Interesting, I talked about a previous article. Their CSS framework was being used over 1 billion times last year. They opened that framework up for SEO adoption, obviously, because they wanted people to come there, use their CSS, and then upgrade to a different package. Well, guess what? The LLMs took those frameworks, put it in their model, and then when people would do vibe coding, Tailwind CSS was all over the place, but Tailwind was making no money off of it. So it was a clear case, a company taking someone else's, even though it was open source, that's the purpose of open source, it felt a little bit wrong that you made something so popular, but the original creator made no money off of it. Backlash has been so strong on that. Gemini, for example, Cloud, actually became official sponsors of Tailwind CSS. They're like, hey, we don't need this negative attention over here. So they're actually paying Tailwind CSS as a thank you being a sponsor. Will that make up for all the money they lost potentially? It's going to definitely help dampen the blow over here. But that brings up a bigger issue to me, CSS, cascading style sheets. So what that really means is that when you look at a web page and say, hey, that's a really beautiful web page, that's been made by CSS. That's a code that allows you to create beautiful design and put letters, fonts. The first layer of code that you really see is CSS. I used to not like CSS. I used to love doing stuff myself where I would code something connected to a database and have a functionality built. I'd create the functionality first and then say, okay, now I have to make it look pretty. I don't have to do that anymore. I can actually have great CSS created for me by Gemini or AI Studio. I think this has a lot of large scale implications. One is designers are going to have a hard time getting work in this world unless they're like a premier designer doing work for a big enterprise brand. And number two, CSS code is just not going to be as popular anymore. It's not going to be needed. That's the world. Is CSS dead?